Hi Nigel, first of all, can I check you're okay? Because you don't seem to be holding a press conference today. One can only assume that you're still licking the wounds of your fragile ego after people laughed at you in Parliament yesterday. Because what else would explain the fact that you haven't addressed this issue that has been brought up? That being that the 5 grooming gang victims that you, in your press conference where you were exploiting another grooming gang victim, you stated that the 5 that supported Jess Phillips were not victims or survivors of the grooming gang scandal. I mean, how horrific is it, Nigel, that people that have already been let down by politicians, the police, the teachers, social services, like everybody, have now got to go public to say to you, some populist leader, that you yourself have denied them their trauma? Whilst, let's not forget, making smutty innuendos to the survivor that you were exploiting at the press conference. Those women deserve your apology, Nigel, and it should be full. It should be as brazen as the lie that you told in order to exploit them for your own political ends. And might I suggest when you make that apology, you also extend your apologies to this survivor, whose dad has written here that they met with you and Deputy Dick and Lee Anderson back in January, where their daughter told their story. You said you would do something about it, and you did nothing. Which I'm sorry to say, Nigel, supports my hypothesis that you don't care about the survivors. You simply exploit them when you think it will help your cause. Your cause being to create more division in the UK and to spread fear in the UK. But look, it's not all bad news. You guys did really well at the Spectator Awards last night, didn't you? Danny Kruger won for the time that he was a Tory, and you won Politician of the Year, which I think is brilliant because nobody has been more influential, in a bad way, than you. And who better to be in charge of the Spectator Awards than Michael Gove, who's now their editor, isn't he? Because, he really understands how to make politics pay for yourself as opposed to for the wider good of society. I'm surprised that Gwen didn't mention this award, the Rusty Razor Award by Skeptic magazine, who awarded Reform the prize for promoting the most pseudoscience, i.e. the people that, couldn't understand science or decided not to understand science because it wasn't in their vested interest. So congratulations on that one as well. Meanwhile, your councillors are still doing some really great work, aren't they? Here's Boy George being told to go back to the drawing board and actually put some detail into a policy. If only somebody had told him that when he suggested the children and their parents actually could walk 5 miles to school as opposed to the statutory requirements at the moment, which is 3 miles. And great to see things finally looking a bit better for Lyndon in Kent. Here she is, hoping that she's going to open something meaningful, but as an interim is just going to cut the ribbon, seemingly on a committee meeting. I suppose she's just grateful that she's still enrolled, so I understand the celebration. Anyway, good chats, as you were.